He's made championship pretender at the moment.
May my fears rest in peace, cause that's a old me. Got this taste on my tongue, I crave the glory. Gasoline in my veins, be the fuel.
Offsides in the wall!
As we rise from the flames. Heart of a lion, never say never. Cut like a diamond, shine under pressure. Oh, it's time to fire, hold up. Oh, it's time to fire, hold up.
Rio.
Pound on your chest like there's no tomorrow. Just play the game right, no one can follow. Oh, it's time to fire, hold up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is the British Grand Prix, the Grand Prix. It's around for the championship, and as usual, I'm joined by my compadre, Owen.
Hello, everyone.
How
How are we all?
It's. I think it's. Owen, you've got a slight echo, Chad.
Huh?
You've got a slight echo, Chad. There you go. Yeah, it's been a pretty uneventful evening, but it is going to start getting eventful now, as it is the British Grand Prix, the birthplace of Formula One, and the home race of many here today. The first out on track is a British team, that being Williams, and he's going to start on his flying lap as he rounds the final corner. Now, I'm not an expert on corner names here. So Owen, you're the resident Brit, so you're gonna have to guide us through this process. Are you back, Owen? Okay, I don't think Owen's back yet, but we'll keep an eye on what well, I think it's his debut race for the 99 car. I have no idea how you pronounce it. It's the 4 kick.
Is it
whatever.
fixed?
It's still there.
Oh, fuck's sake. I'll be back in half an hour.
Okay, no problem. So I've never noticed this, but the Williams sidepods do look interesting. Is interesting. Anyway, the league director did leave the session, so I think he just timed out, unfortunately. As he goes through Maggots and Beckett's, I think, yeah, it's Maggots and Beckett's, he does cut onto the grass, so that's going to be a bit of a damper for his hopes to get near the top end of the grid. But Lightyear made his debut last race. This is a debut race for many, as we just look through. Pavelli, I think, is a newer driver. Teddy Mahoney, Mr. Lotus, and Anstey. We had no Mercedes drivers for the previous few races, so it is great to see them, see some Mercedes cars back on the grid. So this is going to be the first lap set. It's a 134.4 by the Williams car, but I do imagine it's going to get beaten quickly, as Anstey does set a 127.6. What can his teammate do? A 127.5, which is 1/10 faster. Now time for the Ferrari, and UPRL Leon sets the fastest. So that is now 4 drivers that set fastest laps consecutively. Which is great to see that Alfa Romeo could not improve that much as Toro the previous race. Winner goes P4. I think next over the grid is going to be... Oh no, he was on his outlap then. Croaky Bicycle just finished his outlap. Here comes Bud Lightyear. Is he going to do something of meaning? No, as he is on his... as he's going to be on his outlap now. The Red Bull outlap as well. So they, Skullboy unfortunately did have a little spin there in the Alpine car, which is very unfortunate. Methuen, which was the driver of the day last time, is going to see and is going to see if he can make an impression once again for us, me and Owen, which basically choose driver of the day. It's great. Then Willy Billy is on his faster lap, and oh no, Willy Billy's out. Willy Billy did have a bit of a spin there into the first corner. Very unfortunate. Hopefully he doesn't hold up his teammate, but I don't think he's going to go on another flying lap as he passes his teammate right there. Very unfortunate for McLaren. Where's Owen? You know, I have been meaning to trial something, but I don't think I'm allowed to, and that's just background music. But we'll keep that for next race. I don't think Jacob is done just now, as he does set the purple first sector, and there was another spin from a McLaren driver. So that's both McLaren drivers that had a bit of a spin this lap, which is very unfortunate for them. As the Ferrari passes him now, C. McGee, the previous fastest lap holder here for all 3 seasons, actually does have his Irish helmet, and there goes the driver into the pits. Nearly thought he went off track, which would obviously not be the best result. C. McGee is going to cross the line. He goes P3, not as fast as he hoped, the previous 2-time world champion. He is struggling a little bit this season to keep up with the pace and see if he can actually keep his streak that he has, but it doesn't look like he's going to do that as of now, as his results have not been the same as a 2-time world champion. But Lightyear then has been... His lap has been invalidated as he's driving around with the American helmet. Mr. Orca is going to be on a flying lap. We'll see just now. Now he enters the pits. Teddy Mahoy, which is making his debut for Red Bull. Also then, his lap has been invalidated, so the league has switched to strict corner cutting, which has caught in a few drivers off guard, but I think the majority of drivers have adjusted well to the new change, and it really is helping the quality of racing and the quality of driving we're seeing these days. So the other Mercedes driver, Anstey, is on his outlap. Only just went out of the pits, so we'll see what he gets up to later on in his lap. Bud Lightyear smashes through the polystyrene board, which could have damaged his car potentially, but who knows. Orca is out. Teddy Mahoy Yes, his lap was invalidated, and Methuen as well. So not very good for them. I think their main point of concern might be through Maggots and Beckett's, through the fast left or right section there, where Max Verstappen obviously had his very infamous crash from last season. Last season. But we'll see if we get the same scandalous behavior from C. McGee and one of the Mercedes drivers. Hopefully not. Actually, let's be honest, it would be a bit entertaining to see the world champion struggle, but best of luck to him for the race. You can see Anstey's warming up his tires now as he heads into the third sector through the DRS detection or the speed trap, but I don't think he's going to score very high with him being on his outlap. Hello Torin and hello Max. Welcome to the stream. We're just waiting on Owen to see when he's going to arrive again, but I think that is going to be on a later date. I think maybe after qualifying. So we have 10 minutes left. We got a purple sector, sorry, not a purple, a yellow sector 1, which means the McLaren that have a bit of an incident there. The McLaren or the Red Bull. But Anstey is the only one on his flying lap now with his teammate Pavel. Well, I think that was just a game glitch because he hasn't crossed the line yet, indicating that he started his lap. But we'll see what Anstey does. We'll ride on board with him and see how his lap goes. He's down onto the straight, very fast left kink here. Catches a lot of drivers off guard. He hits the apex beautifully. Now here you have to use the throttle control to get the optimal exit. He did set the purple's first sector. Great to see Mercedes now back onto their previous strength. They also have a team principal that came from Virtual Formula 1 Racing League. Owen's dinner just arrived, so I think he's just going to enjoy his curry before he comes. So Maggots and Beckett's left or right, very fast. You can almost lift there. If you brake there, you lose a lot of time. But obviously the corner he went through there is... you should brake. He's onto the final stretch now. He's going to go for the very fast right section. A lot of Silverstone's corners are pretty fast through the second and third sector. He clips the apex beautifully. On the exit, he keeps it on the track, just in track limits to keep his lap from being invalidated. He goes onto the sausage curbs, the left or right, and he loses his rear a little bit, almost costing him his lap. He almost touches the sausage curb, almost gets invalidated, and only goes P4. Pretty sad, as he did have a very fast lap, but it is what it is, unfortunately. C. McGee is on his outlap, but Pavali, which is on his flying lap, is right behind him, chasing him down. C. McGee might want to get out of the way, otherwise he's going to give Pavali a slipstream, which is not prohibited by the league, and there he goes out of the way. Good for him then. I think Skullboy had another spin, so that's 2 spins now for the Alpine driver. Not the best results, of course. The Williams of Mr. Lotus has unfortunately caused a bit of a ruckus on track, but luckily it's cleared up, and the drivers can still go. And the drivers can still drive. There is a bug on my monitor. Oh no, it's a spider. Oh no. Where did he come from? Okay, anyways, back to commentating. We've got 7 minutes. Ah, it's coming my way. It's coming my way. Okay, we'll just sit on the other side of the room and commentate then. The Williams lap did get invalidated, so unfortunately he's not going to set a lap this time. So if I was him, I would go into the pits and see if I can get a fresh set of compounds on and maybe a bit of a refuel to get his optimal lap back. But Max, you don't understand. It's a massive spider that's starting to crawl to me, but I have to commentate. It's a conflict of interest. So we'll keep tabs on Jacob. Now he didn't have the best few laps of his life. Jacob has proven himself in other leagues like Limitless Racing League, which is run by previous staff member Levi. And he has come over to Global Racing League to try and prove himself with the Global Racing League caliber of drivers. Just excuse me for 1 second, I'm going to commit murder on this thing. Okay, great news. The spider is dead and we can focus now. C. McGee is up into P2 as he knocked down Pavali, as he beats him with 2/10. Teddy Mahoy goes P12, not very good for him. The McLaren drivers are struggling a lot. Willy Billy is in championship contention, I think, if I don't have the standings with me. But he is one of the drivers on championship contention. Jamie Frinks, the previous McLaren second driver, has not pitched today, I think, and that is why they had to get a replacement for him as he goes on to the back straight now into Maggots and Beckett's. Quick left to right, left to right. He clips the apex beautifully, keeping it within track limits. This might be a better lap for him. He does get the throttle control down perfectly. His ERS is running a little bit low, which might bite him in the arse in the later chicane. He did slow down a little bit there with the yellow flag, so that might cost him as well. I think behind him is Skullboy. Yes, Skullboy's right behind him, but his lap was invalidated. This is Jacob's last redemption time now. As he goes through the chicane, is he going to be as fast as UPRL Leon? It's 27, 28, 29. He doesn't improve enough to go up. So unfortunately, Jacob is going to stay in P13 for McLaren with his teammate Willy Billy in P5. Willy Billy. So I think the main drivers in contention for the race win is C. McGee, UPRL Leon, Willy Billy, of course, being one of the faster drivers. I don't think Trogo will make another surprise as he did in Austria to get himself on the top step of the podium. So we'll see how it goes. There's only 4 minutes left, so you can expect some of the drivers to get out on track as fast as they can. Jacob then is on his in lap. Anstey is on his out lap, so he might, I think he timed this a little bit wrong. He might not get enough laps in, or he might get caught up in a bit of traffic. So I think Anstey made a very big mistake there, unfortunately, and that's going to cost him dearly. The problem is if you time everything wrong, you're going to get traffic and you're going to get slowed down, and you can't go into the pits again if you mess it up. And he just invalidated his lap, but it is his out lap, so luckily it's not going to affect much of him. Kirky Bicycle then is also next. I think some of the drivers should only consider coming out when there's 2.3 minutes left of the session, or 2.5 minutes left of the session, so that they can get their laps in without any traffic. But yeah, the Haas, Mercedes, and the Haas and Mercedes timed it completely wrong. If Jacob can get into the pits now, he can still make a last ditch effort to drag himself onto the podium, but the first driver of those that were in the pits is Willy Billy. That's going to make his first move into a shot and trying to see if he can dethrone UPRL Leon. Now if he plays his cards right, actually no, yeah, if he plays his cards right, he is going to get onto the podium, and I think he can do that with relative ease. He did show us that he is a very capable driver, but only on certain occasions, unfortunately. Willy Billy is a great guy from Netherlands, but yeah, no, Belgium. But yeah, he's only fast on certain days. He's only fast when he decides to be, or when he feels like it. So hopefully he feels like it today and makes the McLaren team principal Ellen proud to get onto the top step of the podium and hopefully win this race. Now, if Owen doesn't get his ass here when qualifying ends, I'm going to throw a fit. Let me just ask when he's going to be here. There we go. Message is sent. Now, a lot of hot laps are going to be set within the next minute and a half, so sit back, relax, and let's go through the hot laps that are going to be taking place. Now it's Willy Billy 2, just behind him Anstey, and they are only separated by 8/100ths of a second. And that's Anstey in P3, so they are separated a little bit more now, as it is a second grid row lockout for Mercedes. Willy Billy, who is going to see if he can disrupt his party. His teammate Jacob is also in front of him now, as he just came out of the pits. Let's hope he gets to the line in time. It's going to be a little bit of a time crunch, but hopefully he can get it done. As we near the half-an-hour mark for the stream now, and we near the end of qualifying. So Willy Billy on his fast lap now goes through the, I think it's Brooklands. I'm so sorry. I haven't sharpened up my knowledge on the Silverstone Grand Prix track names. I know that one's Cops. Luckily, yeah. But Maggots and Bickets now, let's see. Jacob can't give his teammate a slipstream. If they were able to do that, and it was in the rules and regulations, that could have been such a good advantage for Willy Billy. Unfortunately, it doesn't look plausible. Jacob is on his outlap then. Oh no, yeah, he's still on his outlap. So let's see if he can make the cutoff point. His lap was invalidated, so even if it was a fast lap, he can't make it. He's got 5 seconds left here. Rounds the final corner. 2, 1. He misses the cutoff point, but his teammate Willy Billy goes P3. He does disrupt the Mercedes party a little bit, and so does Bud Lightyear. So Pavel has to see if he can get faster, and Pavel goes P1. UPRL Leon then onto the back straight there. This is his time to reclaim his pole position. C. McGee as well. Also, this is his time to shine, and this is where he has to get back at the new Mercedes drivers. C. McGee cannot let them stand, these newcomers, and he has to get past them. There's a lot of cars bunched up, and that is the Haas into the wall. The Haas is out of the session. I have no idea what happened there, but it does look like a bit of an uncomfortable situation, and Strogo also spins onto the line, and it was the last corner. So that's very unfortunate for him. He can't finish his time then, but he has to get out of the way before some of the faster drivers come. UPRL Leon rounds the final corner, misses the sausage curb, gets a great apex there, goes on, and he does get pole position. You see McGee going to disrupt the party as he goes into the last sector. Last chicane then goes onto the sausage curb a little bit, keeps the car in control. Great car control from C. McGee. And he spins as well, pushing the limits a little bit too hard, and that's going to be him in P4 for now. But Lightyear is on a slow lap, so he's not in contention, and that is qualifying pretty much finished then. Very unfortunate for the C. McGee spin. Let's see if we can get him on the replay and see what on earth he did. I clicked the replay button a little bit too late, but he did spin on the last corner. He was on track for one of the faster times, maybe even pole position, but it's very sad to see it end this way. Now the only driver we're waiting for is Bud Lightyear. His lap is invalidated, and he did give up. Is he going to dive into the pits? No, he's going to finish the session in style by mowing a bit of British grass onto the line, and Pavali unfortunately is 2/10 behind UPRL Leon. UPRL Leon did make his debut race in Imola 2 races back, and he has proven himself to be a very fast driver indeed. So this is your qualifying round down the Sweden. In the Ferrari car is P1, then it is Pavali. In the Mercedes, the other Ferrari driver, Halabong from Ukraine, and then it is the Irishman C. McGee with a bit of a letdown. Just behind him, Willy Billy from Belgium. Then it is Mercedes, Alfa Romeo with Trogo, the previous race winner, starting in P8. Koki Bicycle P9. Then it is Tactical Orca, or what I'm gonna have to ask him how you pronounce his name. In the Williams, and it's Red Bull, Haas, McLaren, Alpine with Skullboy piloting the car, and Lotus not setting a lap time. In the Williams car, oh sorry, my voice is just dying. I have to turn off notifications. There we go. My thirst is quenched with a nice cup of coffee, not curry, coffee. So it's pretty disappointing not to see a British driver onto the provisional podium now, but it is what it is. There's not a lot of British drivers here today. Unfortunately, Torin, or better known as TMH Plays, also had to. Oh, and UPRL Leon has left the session. That's going to be very, very big for him. He has to get back as fast as he can, because that might be his pole position in threat, and his potential race win as well here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. So these are your commentators for today. It is me and Owen. Owen is a bit absent at the moment, but he'll come later on in the race, hopefully. Yeah, unfortunately. So let's go back to the replay. You can't see a lot of what Connor did, but he just did scream himself up a lot by spinning onto the line. He might have gotten pole, and I do think the Red Bull team principal and the league director is a bit fuming after his driver's antics just now. So we are still waiting for players, as the game says. Hopefully not a restart, but it has happened in the past. With last season, we had to do a few restarts when the game launched, especially in the preseason race in Hungary for season 2. Now season 2 was won by TMH Blaze in Mexico, and he was the world champion, the Weltmeister. He's struggling to keep that momentum going for his third season, but he's not out of contention just now. It's just going to be a little bit harder for him to get back onto contention. If we quickly look at the driver standings, where is it? Driver standings, there we go. Current driver, world championship leader is GRL Leon on 30 points, and then Willy Billy just behind him with a 3-point gap. TMH Blaze is not participating again, so that's 22 points behind, and C McGee actually is 21 points behind, so that's 9 points he has to claw back, with a total of 6 races remaining, this one not included. So has 7 races to close that gap. Now please keep in mind that Global Racing League follows a different point system, where you get pole for qualifying, a point for qualifying on pole, a point for fastest lap, and I think it's 10 points for a race win. Oh, and the session is starting in 26 minutes. So luckily there's no restart of the lobby, and we can keep the stream up and going, which is great, obviously. Now we're just waiting for Owen still, but the formation lab is going to kick off in 7 seconds, where you can sit back and I'll shush and you can listen to the nice soothing sounds of the racing cars. Always nice to sit back and admire the cars a little bit. Feats of engineering, but obviously this is a video game, so I don't think you can call it feats of engineering, but feats of coding perhaps. But we are going to start the race then in just a bit. It did look like Bud Lightyear nearly went off the track there, but there are 16 drivers now, which is great to see. Nearly a full grid. GRL has never had a full grid before, but with the momentum it has now, it seems highly plausible in the near future. So here you can see all the cars weaving to get their tires up to temperature for the optimal race start, to lunge for the crown, being the British Grand Prix race win. Now Willy Billy is a bit, I could imagine that he's a bit disappointed starting so far back, but it is what it is. And oh, there goes C McGee at the same corner as qualifying, which is just highly disappointing. And it's and he tried to do a 360, but bent it into the wall. Let me just, I'll show the replay in a second. He tried to do a 360, but then went into the wall, which is, I'm sorry, but it's dumb. I don't know what he expected, but maybe it was just an incident. But if he tried to do a 360, well, props, mate, for trying to save your spin. But it's 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it is lights out and away we go. And UPRL Leon seems to be back. But Pavel makes a lunge. Halabong then goes up to P3. He almost touches the Mercedes. There's contact way back with Jacob sending half of the field into a spin. Willy Billy might make a move now, going onto the side of Hallenbong. He makes a dive bomb into the 4th corner. Is going to make it stick. We can't see with this camera angle, unfortunately, but it does make it past Willy Billy. Then he's into P4. C. McGee gets into the pole position, which is a great effort from him as he makes the lunge. Hallenbong is going to have the inside line then, but I don't think he's close enough to make an overtake on Willy Billy. It's Drogo almost makes a move on the Ferrari, but the Ferrari does keep him at bay. They are side by side heading into the cops. Is there going to be contact? Yes, there's a little bit of contact, bit of clashing on wheels. But Willy Billy is on AI and he is ghosted, and that is very bad for him as all of the other drivers are going to overtake him. Very, very sad. He did have such a good race start. He's back down to P5. You can see the predicted strategy with it being mediums to hard on lap 11, and then the 2-stop from softs, mediums, and then again mediums or hards, depending on their race situation. Is Halabong going to make a move around the inside? He doesn't make it stick. He might have another look up into the chicane. Willy Billy is still... He's back, I think. He's not ghosted anymore. Trogo's going to be side by side. Halabong gets a great move. Are they going to push him off track? Halabong can't get away. Sorry, it's Bud Light here, not Trogo. Trogo's already passed, but it's going to make a move down the inside into the 1st corner. Does he make it stick? He does push Willy Billy off a little bit, but Willy Billy is still side by side. He's going to cut her back onto the track, squeezing Trogo a lot, and he keeps Bud Light here at bay. I'm so sorry, I keep mixing up the Alfa Romeo drivers' names. But is he going to make a move back? He clips the apex. Bud Light here is going to have a great run on Willy Billy down the straight. He's going to make a move. One of the Ferraris that go a bit wide there at the back. That I think that's UPRL Leona Halabong. You can see it's just very devastating for both Ferrari drivers as they dropped back so far. This was their race to win. Looking at the qualifying results, as they were mighty quick. Unfortunately, nothing happened. Trogo is also very, very close to Paval. He does go off the track a little bit. Can't see anything about a warning though, and his lap is not a red, so that means he's still fine. He is making a smashing effort to get there. It's 3 seconds behind, and that is Jacob. Jacob, I think, that had a bit of an incident. He still has his wing intact, so I think he's fine for now. Ferrari is still going to make a move back as we go further up the grid. The Williams driver for the home team here, Williams, is getting very close as he gained 3 positions off the start and from the race. When Trogo got 5, he's onto the podium. Big shock for me, personally, seeing as we started. But Bud Light does get overtaken by the Williams, which is great news. The RS is enabled, so we might see a bit of a battle emerging within the midfield. We've got Yauri. I have to ask these guys how you say their name. He is on AI, which is very underwhelming for the spectacle of racing, but that does mean Halabong is going to get a free pass past the Alpine. We go a little bit up further. Bud Light here, unfortunately, then lost a few positions to Tactical Orca. But he's keeping tabs with him, so he might overtake him within the near future. Next, Paval, if he does get a good exit, he might make a move where Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton did collide, but it wasn't good enough. His exit was just a little bit too slow. Not of other action, as Jacob did retire from the session, which means he's then out of the race. I think it's a bit premature retiring this early. That just basically means you just gave up, and it just goes to show that you don't have any self-confidence. But Jacob, please take my word of advice, and please remember that safety cars can come into play. And I do think if a safety car comes, he's going to kick himself. But Halabong is going to get past. He's going to make it stick as they go into the 3rd sector through the speed trap. He does make it stick. Skullboy can't keep up with him, as Skullboy did have a few spins in qualifying, and he misses the apex, and I think that is Halabong gone into the distance, and that is his position safe. Pavel has lost 2 positions from the race start. The gap now between most drivers is 0.6 seconds. The gap onto the lead is 0.7 seconds, and it is Ainsty in the Mercedes trying to see if he can overtake the Irishman in P1, but it doesn't seem likely as of now. Pavel might be the next driver to stage an overtake, or the Williams of car 99 that might make an overtake on Willy Belly. He is a bit far back, and it is a bit far-fetched to see an overtake now. Kirky Bicycle might make a move into the first corner, but Lightyear misses the apex. He closes the gap now about down to 3/10, but Kirky Bicycle does keep the gap and increases it by loads. Bud Lightyear opened the gap a lot there, going through Brooklands. Willy Billy is 2.7 seconds behind. That's very unfortunate of his first lap spin, but he did make his first lap disconnect, but he's making his way back up onto the grid. Pavel now 0.8 seconds behind, which is a bit too far back. Kirky Bicycle, Bud Light goes onto the grass a little bit. There's a great battle between the Haas and the Alfa Romeo. Is going to make a move going through the third section here. It does not seem so. Ted Mahoy with corner cut warning. That is the Red Bull. He's substituting for TMH Blaze. Is the Haas going to go around the outside? He does. He makes it stick. The Alfa Romeo did make a bit of a late lunge, making a bit late. And he does spin. The Haas, the Alfa Romeo did spin. And that is Halabong, I think, passes well. He overtakes him off track, but Bud Lightyear did squeeze him off. Is Skullboy going to follow suit? It doesn't seem so. But Kirky Bicycle is in P13 now, and Ted Mahoy is all the way back, 40 seconds back. So he's not making an overtake anytime soon. Now Bud Light is 0.6 seconds behind with his unfortunate spin. Halabong got past as well, and now the Williams 99 car is has shot into the distance past. UPRL Leon might make an overtake on Methuen. UPRL Leon is into the wall. UPRL Leon has made an incident and he lost his front wing. I don't think we got that on stream very nicely, but we'll look at the replay. I just love the instant replay feature. It's great. We switched a little bit too late. We'll keep an eye on stream. Let's see what happened. He just lost control of his car coming onto the main straight, which is so sad to see. It was UPRL Leon which started on pole. He had everything on his side. Unfortunately, just a bit of bad luck has sent his race into disrepute. But Itztrogo is now losing a lot of time as well to the driver in front. The only drivers within a tenth or within a second of the drivers in front of them is the Williams 99 car and Pavel. Other words, there's not a lot of action going onto the track. But Bud Lightyear has made a bit of a lunge to get back and close the gap to Halabong. Technical workout does go into the pits for a bit of an early stop, which leads me to believe that it does have a bit of wing damage, which is very, very unfortunate for him, as his race is, well, I don't want to say over, but it's not great for him. You remember Michael Schumacher said, if you want to finish first, you have to finish. So that's why I should just not retire from each and every single race. But Halabong is into the pits as well. I'm a bit ill, so my what do you call it? My throat is a bit sore, so apologies for the voice. But the safety car is deployed, which punches the grid up a lot. This might give a few drivers the chance to make and stage a few overtakes. And they might put as well going onto the hard compound of tires and going to the end of the race, or they might do the two-stop strategy going onto the softs and then a new set of mediums. So with strict qualifying, my first hunch would be that there would be a lot more penalties than there is now, but it just goes to show that the GRL drivers are pretty clean, keeping it on track, with only 2, unfortunately, getting their penalties. With UPRL, Leon, I think, only had a bit of a tad touch with another driver, and Teddy Mahoy, who had Teddy Mahoney, which now has scored our back, and I think Jacob is very, very angry with angry with himself that he retired so early because he could have fought back with 21 laps remaining. So, oh, there goes my... Okay, it's fine. I just dropped my spray can. It's fine. Owen is still not back, and I'm going to wring his neck when he comes here, because my voice is already not in the greatest shape, and now he's making me suffer. But I do enjoy my job. The only thing I don't enjoy is I don't get money. But we'll talk to the league director. If you guys could sign a petition, giving me for the league director to give me wages, that would be great. So if one of you guys can start a GoFundMe page or something, I'll have the world's respect for you. I'll even invite you in every single stream. Okay, well, Henry, I quit then. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm just gonna sit in silence. We'll see how the stream goes without a commentator. Who's laughing now? It's me. It's just I can't be asked to laugh now. My voice is too sore. Yes. Mrs. Hoffink, get on his ass. Give me money, Henry, or else I'll send this league into disrepute. I'll slander its name. Don't test me. Poor Ellen, she did nothing wrong, Henry. How dare you? So the safety car might be coming in at the end of this lap as they go through Maggots and Beckett's now. Very fast section of the track, and considered by many of the GRL drivers to be their favourites. To be their favourite track. Now the current race leader, C. McGee, he actually doesn't like this track a lot, but the track likes him. So he's going to be in P1 then for the rest of the safety car stint. I don't know if the safety car is going to become in this lap. So just a bit of info on where Owen is. So I asked him where he was, and he said in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is. Welcome. My voice is very sore, and you have put me through this pain.
You're acting... This is the first time you've had to do it alone, okay? I've done it like 3 times.
Yes, but that's because I have a life. You missed...
So do I.
You missed something great.
Well, I wasn't here.
I murdered a spider.
Hold on. No, you're saying... No, shush. You're saying you went to quote unquote have a life, but you didn't come because of Escort.
No, but I can't help I can't help the government switch off my power.
That's not having a lie.
So you're basically...
That's just having no...
So you're telling me...
I am stating you, yeah.
You're telling me that...
I'm blaming you.
You're blaming me and also the league director that we don't have lives because the government turns off our power.
I weren't blaming the league director, I was blaming you. Because at least Henry turns up.
How on earth am I supposed to put my PC on when I don't have power?
Squishy. Same way Henry does.
Well, I don't have a laptop. He has a laptop, it has a battery.
Squishy. Buy one.
Henry... Oh no, Togo was warming up his tires and he bonked it into the wall. Pretty spectacularly.
Oh no.
Let's have a look on that. Let's have a look of that onto the replay.
Oh, down the old pit straight too.
Oh, let's have a look. He was warming up his tires. You can see there, and he lost control there, and whoops into the barrier. Now Stanch
someone
Lotus.
collided with Leon has... Something's happened to Leon.
Yeah, it's because you missed
Someone
the
got
race.
a 5-second penalty for hitting you, and now he's back. No, I mean, he's like 4 seconds behind, and someone got a 5-second penalty for hitting him.
Yeah, that was Stanch Lotus.
Someone's put Leon on the safety car. Oh, is that a debutant? I see.
A what?
A few today, isn't there? A few debuts.
There's a few
Oh, then,
debuts,
second and
yes.
third.
I did cover a few of them extensively, but please feel free to weigh in.
No, I'm alright.
Yeah, okay. I've been mentioned in general chat at commentator. Contact between Leon and Matthew caused him to crash. Yeah, we know
Okay,
this.
we don't care because we're now going through. We've restarted, so yay.
Not a very spectacular restart, is it?
Yeah,
Pretty tame.
nothing's happened. Oh, Skullboy got past Bud Lightyear, and Truck goes up play. And he's about 7 tenths down as we go down straight.
Yeah,
All the way down to Wellington Straight, of course, into Brooklyn.
yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know the corner.
Oh, it's
bumps.
yellow. Trogo's been spun, I think, or spun himself and left the session.
It's once again a bit premature to leave, so he might have disconnected. So I'm not gonna slate him too much.
Yeah.
We've had this problem a few times before. So yeah, we'll see how this race develops. So not a lot of drivers have boxed, but it was a bit of an odd time for a safety car, as it is out of a lot of the pit windows for the strategies that the drivers have considered. Now Yuri is still in AI mode. Okay, so if I take note. Hellebong might make a move on Methuen as they go into the faster right sector. He's on the inside. The Ferrari plastered with the Shell logo. Is he going to get past? Yes, and Methuen, the previous driver of the day, cannot fight back as he has Stanch Lotus. On his inside, there's a bit of contact. Stanch Lotus, but what's his name? Teddy Mahoney comes through, and that's 3 drivers he overtakes in one corner. Mahoney goes through. Oh, that was a great overtake. Did you like my recreation?
No, it wasn't very good, but Stanch Lotus is back in front anyway.
Oh,
Bit like real life, then.
that's a bit of a cluster.
Teddy
clusterfuck.
Mahoney is on AI mode.
Nope, that's
Either
unfortunate.
that or he's ghosted. Oh no, he's ghosted because contact, I think.
Bud Light
he's
might
back now.
make a move.
Let's. So Halabong's made a move on. I'm not even gonna try and attempt that. You know how you say that?
Yarya. I just call him Yuri. Yuri.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm
I'll just call him Jay.
supposed.
It starts with a J, so we call him Jay.
Jay. Oh, I miss Jay. Where is Jay? What happened to Jay?
He lost his license for being a bit of a terrorist.
Oh. Okay, well, anyway, we'll skip on to the actual race then. Oh, there was I saw a bit of dirt being kicked up. I don't think that was a collision. I just think somebody went off track a little bit. But Lightyear might make a move on Tactical Orca. These new guys, I have no idea how to pronounce their names. Like Tefactic.
Well, Tactic Orca. I'll say Pavelli. Antsy.
Oh, but Lightyear then another Alfa Romeo. He caught that beautifully. He saved himself from such a spin. Let's have a look on that at the replay. That was a great save from him. As they went through the chicane, he lost his. Oh, okay. Well, he spun again. Unfortunately, he almost made contact with the Ferrari. If ghosting was not on, then that would have been a bloody shit show. But UPR Leon.
Much more entertainment if it was.
Leon goes through the inside and sneaks past Bud Lightyear. The Stanch Lotus also might have made a move, but he went a little bit too deep and missed the apex. But a lot of drivers are very concentrated here. Stanch lost his rear a little bit there again, but Hellebong has got past, and that's the most important thing. Yeah, you can just see on the mini-map.
See, McGee's doing a very good job in first. You can just see Troggo on the mini-map.
Oh, Tactic Orca.
In AI mode.
Tactic
Another
Orca.
3-second penalty.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's corner cutting. Through Maggots and Beckett's, it seems UPRL Leon is side by side with Yuri. Oh, sorry, Jay, but he does get past. And it would worry me if he couldn't, because he is literally ghosted. But yeah. Oh, Skullboy is the first to pull the trigger.
First hit. Well, no, we've had a few by the looks of the tyre things.
Yeah, but that was only because they
Someone
bended
fired
into the wall.
One on.
This is the first actual scheduled pit stop. Oh, but it is Ferraris behind each other again, so they are reunited once more. What happened to Jay? Oh, I don't know if they are going to give Jay points if he finishes within the points because he is ghosted. So league
Yeah, he's
director,
been
I know
ghosted
you're
for a
watching.
long time.
I know you're watching. Just take note. Hellebong has caught up with tactical orcas so much. He might even make a move at the end of this lap. He's just a speed demon today.
Into cops, please. Into cops. He's closing in. Nah, I'm very disappointed.
If you don't see a Max Verstappen
have we
move.
seen? Have we seen any?
No, we haven't seen any moves. Oh, these guys are
Oh, it's a
very
shame.
close. These guys were very, very close.
Yeah, so he's sticking very close in through Max and Beckett's into Chapel and the hanger straight. He's got DRS. Look how fast he is on the straight with it.
That is some
And
serious
he's in
speed.
front. There you go.
Oh, and then the race leader has boxed.
DRS helpful when Team McGee's dropped into the pits. I thought he dropped position there, but no, he has boxed. It didn't come up saying pit for a while, so I got a bit concerned with him there, but no.
Oh.
Him and Anthony have boxed at the exact same time.
Yeah,
You say
they've
Pavelli
dropped
or
down a
Parvelli?
lot.
I don't know how you say that. He now leads.
I'm just gonna call him Pavel after the GTA 6 or the GTA 5 heist guy. Oh, whatchamacallit,
Actually like Pavelli.
Anstey is going to be pretty close to Simiki, but I think with him going so slow, he might not catch him, but he is closer than he was before the pits. But yeah, 1.7 seconds, they are down in P13. But the rest of the drivers have to box, so fear not. Props to the Williams. Okay, well, not props anymore as he did almost spin. But he was keeping up with Hellebong a lot, but UPRL Leon might stage an overtake. Maybe even into cops, please. No. I really want it
It's never
to
gonna
be...
happen, we've been saying.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, but
No,
I want it
not
to
even
happen.
2 seasons, even in one of them.
Oh yeah, not even season 2 we had it. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
I want to see a Red Bull beeline into a Mercedes, please. No, okay, of course I'm joking.
I want to see a red fly through the gravel.
No, of course I'm
sorry,
joking.
but we literally
please.
have a Mercedes fighting a red today. It has to happen.
Oh, UPRL Leon and the Williams were side by side, tactical. UPRL Leon gets past, and it is now Ferrari on the second row of the grid. I don't want to flex or anything. I don't want to flex or anything. But did you know I was drinking white chocolate flavored cappuccino?
Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Right, is it just me, or is like the Red Bull reserve seat a bit cursed?
It
Why do they always get
is-
loads of time?
Like, yeah, Jacob last week as
season,
well.
Last race, it was Jacob got like 9 seconds. Teddy Mahoney with 12 laps left has 6.
Yeah, well, already halfway through the
It's
race.
quite crazy.
It is a bit
Yeah.
crazy, yeah. So looking at the Ferraris, they are on the cursed hard compound tire, which is not great stuff. So the league director did ask for team principal interviews. So can we please get the McLaren team principal here?
It's
McLaren.
now the best time for the all the way in top.
No, it's fine because the McLaren
We
team
won't
principal
carry on.
doesn't speak.
Top 2 pit. Oh. Pavel and Croaky Bicycle and it's a very long pit. So Leon sets the fastest lap of 1:30.7.
So the Ferrari drivers are P1 and P2, so they now have to gas into the distance to have any chance of being on the podium. C. McGee, the net race P1, with all of the others having to box still, is in P7. Pavali is
Leon
P8.
stop?
Yeah, C. McGee was
Leon's
P1.
already stopped. What's tires?
He's on the hard compounds. How old are his tires?
Yeah, he doesn't have to stop again.
Does he not
Nine.
have to stop?
9.
This might be an interesting
Well,
thing.
do the math. It was 15 minus 9. Unless, no, because you only get one set of hearts, don't you? So,
Yeah, you only get one set of hearts.
yeah, he stopped.
He might make it to the end, but then he has to do a bit of Matthew and tire management.
I make it to the end, but
Oh, he's gonna
they'll
go for a
definitely make it to the
move
end,
on his
just how bad they
teammate.
can be at the end, but he's about to make a move on Alabong.
Yeah, it's great. It's rather
Down the old hanger
better.
straight, there you go.
It's rather better that Hallebong did not fight back, because if he did, that would have been
Yeah. Oh,
very,
I'm quite
very bad.
surprised Alabong didn't box there, actually.
Pavali is so close to Simigi. This is the closest he has been in a few laps. And his teammate Anstey is just behind, so Mercedes might make a move on a Red Bull in the foreseeable future. So, Owen, if you could just take over for a second. I just have to go
I'll try.
relieve myself.
Who are you watching? Hold on, you need to tell me who you're watching so I can at least spectate that out. 'Cause I
Pavali.
can't switch it for you.
Pavali.
Okay.
Yeah,
There we
thanks.
go. So here we go. Oh, the gap between these two drivers about 6 tenths, and then there's another Mercedes 6 tenths behind. In what's going to be quite an interesting battle at the end. 10 laps to go. I mean, a kind of net podium at the moment. I'm not sure who actually where. Stop. Oh no. Stanchina is still ahead, but I'm tired of that one. That's the question. Okay, Stanch can go to the end, but he'll struggle. They're 14 laps old. Matthew can definitely go to the end. Another 10 laps on hards won't hurt much. He got dry the day last week for East Management. There's no move into Klopp's corner. Connor may move on Stanch here. Wouldn't recommend it, and he does rightfully back out as expected. I feel like Will straight though. He's incredibly close to the rear. But he's going for the move. He's going to go round the outside into Stowe. Oh, Bavay finds so well. Connor was looking to get in front of Stanch. Bavay. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, Stanch has gone off. So I think they might have touched Bud Light, yeah, and just a pick. There was contact, and Connor's luck worse as the season goes on. He's now dropped. I mean, I didn't have the camera angle. Louis probably had a better one than me, but he's not here. I think there might have been contact there, unless they both. Fine. I'm not too sure what's happened there. I mean, someone might have to tell me, but anyway, in the meanwhile, Matthew got himself 3-second time penalty, corner cutting, I think. I mean, yeah, his only penalty at the moment. So, tactical. Most has one, so it's not that bad of a situation for him. I'll stick watching Bavelli, even though he's not in a battle, but I think that's what Louis has on. So we're stuck with the Mercedes for now. His teammate 2 seconds behind, and then there's Willie Billy 1.1, then Connor 2.3. Now,
I'm back.
it's a shame for the Red Bull.
What did I miss?
I'm not sure what happened, Louis. Connor and... Well, I don't know what happened, but I think Connor
Connor
made
and
contact. Stan, you was watching Pavelli, so I was too. Connor and Williams.
ooh, that's
So obviously
not good.
Pavelli found space while looking for space. So Pavelli overtook both of them in one corner,
That's great, eh?
and then all of a sudden I saw Stanch Lovers fall down. I switched to him, he was spun, and then I noticed McGee drop behind the other Mercedes, so I switched to him, and he was going posted and get back on the track. I think there was contact there. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah. So Pavelli is now quite ahead. About student maths 2, 3, about 5 seconds now the gap, and C McGee has Willie Billy and away if you want to get back to Pavelli. So yeah, you missed a solid bit of entertainment there because I wasn't sure what happened.
Oh, very
So I was-
unfortunate. Willy Billy though is making his charge to gain the Mercedes drivers. He is actually gaining Anstey on a decent pace. He's now on the previous lap he was 1.2 seconds behind. He's now 0.8 seconds behind. So he is slowly but surely making his way back up to the top. Halabong is keeping tabs with his teammate. Now 12 laps on Leon's tires. Is he going to make it to the end? I think he might.
I think he'll make it. I'm not sure if he'll win. I mean, he'll make it if Matthew can.
Yeah.
Then it's definitely possible with less laps for Leon.
It's just Halabong. Is his tires going to last 20?
Is he pitted?
No, I don't.
He's not pitted.
He's not pitted.
So he's holding the softs, I think.
I don't think he's going to get
So
the
bold move
biggest
by
gap.
Ferrari. How much time he's losing on the overcut.
Oh, Matthew has spun, unfortunately for
Ah,
him. No!
shame.
I like
Last week's
Matthew.
driver of the day is out in front of Steve McGee still. Just one more person for Steve McGee to deal with. He wants to get back in the position he was just a few laps. I'm actually stuck with who's going to need to pick, so I stopped that. Really, not now.
Yeah, it's just
It's a very confusing strategy game today.
Halabong has a very,
Belly would be
very interesting strat.
Halabong,
I don't know what when
okay, I
Halabong
think
is going
everyone
to
stopped
pit.
to the last time. It looks like everyone stopped to the last time. I think Halabong would be if it was lap next.
Yeah, I don't know how long
I
he
think
can
we are
hold
in the
out on
soft
those
window.
tires. Oh, there goes Haas past the other one.
Generally doing it.
Haas just went past his teammate through maggots and Beckett's. That was a very clean move
Oh,
from
Steve
Kirky
McGee got
Bicycle.
past both.
Yeah, he got
Unless
past
Matthew
both
got
of them. Yeah, I think
What
Matthew.
happened to Matthew? He was trying to see him go, wasn't
Yeah, he was very fast a second ago. I have no idea what happened to him.
Yeah.
Willy Billy is still catching.
he?
I think it's because of his
Oh,
spin.
no,
His
catching
tires
Willy
were still a bit
Billy.
warm.
Yeah.
So
Brett going
Toroko,
down.
last week's winner.
Tactical, because having a decent debut.
Who?
Just tactical.
Oh yeah, great.
Anyways,
Great. I don't
Will
think.
this be a podium?
Yeah, he'll be on the
I don't
podium.
recall ever
surely.
being all William.
Yeah, no, there was never a William on the
Sick.
podium. We never
No.
had a Williams on the
I mean,
podium.
we rarely ever have a Williams in general.
What laugh was that? I genuinely hate what comes out of my
Yeah,
mouth
you're
sometimes.
embarrassing yourself more and more.
I am.
I agree.
Willy Billy has now been the closest he's
Leon
been
is
in a
now-
while.
Out of the orange sign. Halabong is entering the pits.
Let's
I
see
don't
where he
possibly-
ends up.
I'm going to be quite. Oh, okay. And
So Tactic Orca, if he goes to
very
the
well.
end, Tactic Orca might actually get
he would.
P2. How much penalties does he have?
How old was well, his tyres are the exact same as Leon's, and I think just 3 seconds. He's actually got less penalty.
C. McGee, no, who's what?
Halabong
was
has
that?
dropped a fair bit. Right, no, he's going to drop half points.
C.
Depends where you're
McGee, C. McGee just overtook Matthew, and he has to overtake him again. Let's see if he can
Oh no, he's
do
got to
that this
overtake
lap.
Corey Price. Oh yeah, he was right in front of these two, but he's second a couple laps ago. He's been missing quite a bit. Because now he's got to get past Corey Price. Again.
How did he? How
Corey
did?
Bicycle not having too bad.
How did Kirky Bicycle get in front of C. McGee again?
That's what I was wondering.
Oh,
So
actually,
I'm trying to figure out Sancho Lotus got a free time penalty. I'm not. That's quite a lot of penalties for him, I think now. No, that's his first.
oh, Leon has a penalty as well, so this evens out the
Oh.
playing field for tactical order.
Leon's had a penalty for ages, but Not sure what's happened to Lotus, but he is dropped below Trogo, who isn't even here. So I'm not too sure what's happened there.
Willy
But he did
Billy,
just set a purple sector 1 apparently.
Willy Billy is pretty close to the Mercedes drivers. It's the closest he's been in a while, but C. McGee will also want to overtake Matthew.
Yeah,
And
that's very long time, isn't it?
so it is 5 more laps for Leon's tires and Orca's tires to hold. Orca is losing a lot of time now to Leon, as Leon is pulling into the distance a tad bit. So, Bud
Bud
Light,
Lightyear's fastest for 130.
what a goat. What a goat. Stanch
That's
Lotus
the first time
overtakes.
he's ever held fastest lap.
Yeah, it's the first time.
Yeah. Low ahead of Trogo, that's no surprise considering Trogo's on AI.
Stanch Lotus sets the fastest lap. And he's battling Trogo at the same time. So, yeah, I don't know the caliber of the fastest lap then. Hellebong might score a few
I
points.
don't call it a battle. Trogo's ghosted, so he can drive longer. He has
Big
world
news.
champion has just made his job even harder.
I have no idea what is going
He's
on.
harder and harder for our world champion.
Oh,
He's never been brilliant in general, but it's not been a
C. McGee, yeah, this is the first season he's had a fair bit of competition, to be honest. He hasn't had strong drivers such as Leon or Willy Billy actually and Hellebong compete against him. And I think he's just under the pressure, he's just a little bit, how can I put this, stressed and anxious. And I think that's what's putting a lot of pressure on him. Quite sad to see him go into.
And you do get quite. Everyone is on your back when you're a champion. So.
I mean, people.
I guess it's kind of a good thing at the same time. Oh. Who spun? Oh, Sarge Lotus spun again.
C. McGee made his overtake and he makes it stick. The Haas can't get past. A textbook switchback for C. McGee as win on the outside and back onto the inside.
3 seconds ahead. Yellow flags in sector 3. Tactical Walker is another 3-second time penalty. I think that actually puts him below the Mercedes.
Both Mercedes or only one?
Sector 3. Haven't done the maths yet because I was watching Grogy Bicycle and Connor.
Oh, Stanch Lotus has been
now
lapped.
He has a 6-second penalty. Not quite, not yet, not both Mercedes, but it's very close. Just a few.
If they push, they might actually make it past him. 4 laps to go, that means Leon's tires now have to hold to 24 laps. Ooh. Skullboy had a 3-second time.
Skullboy is a 3-second time.
It's a bit ridiculous to see so many drivers with time penalties.
Yeah.
So I think the league director might want to have a word.
Well, I think strict corner cut is good, but need to adapt, I guess.
Yeah, I think the league director.
I feel like Britain actually Maggots and Beckett's.
Yeah, the Maggots and Beckett's is
a very high chance he would off track 3 times in 26 laps. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean a loss of traction maybe. You know, the traction control also has been knocked down to medium, and they have plans to knock it down to 0 traction control next season. So, I mean, it might get a bit interesting next season.
Ooh, I feel like turn 1 for some people as well. Oh, it's quite easy. The track limits.
Oh yeah, very fast corner.
Speed, you can easily just I think that's what it is with the penalties today. It's just a lot of fast corners and a lot of people pushing it.
But I think
so Leon leads.
The drivers
5 laps out of 26.
The driver standards committee might want to have a word with the drivers after this, just to get them just to get them straight, and tell them, wait, listen here, wait, get your shit together. But we'll see what happens. 2 more laps. Leon's tires are going to be dead by the end. But he did drive a good race, and I'll give him props after being.
That's not the gap.
Did he do a last to first? Hold on.
I wasn't here.
He might have done a last to first. That is absolutely insane. A last to
Position
first.
change. It says here, mate. He hasn't changed.
Yeah, but he got spun around on the start.
Oh, okay.
You know, Perez vibes.
I'm really. You can't because you're streaming, but I've just scrolled through instance. It's quite scary. I'm trying to find what Leon got penalised for, judging by 5 seconds.
Willy
Shit,
Billy,
trying to see if it's
this is the
a
closest
lot
it's
of
been
penalties.
ever at the back of Einstein. Now, Willy Billy trying to prove himself as the golden boy. Still one of the new well, he's not new anymore, but he did make a shocker in Abu Dhabi when he went last to P3. He still wants to prove himself to be the golden boy of the newer drivers. And he wants to make a move on Einstein. But he's now 0.5 seconds behind. We've got a yellow flag there. I think that's
Yellow
Skullboy.
flag, 3? Who's that? Yeah. A bit worried. It was gonna.
Oh, if it was, I would cry.
He was driving through. Yeah.
So far, my driver of the day has to be Pavelli. Now, he is the best of the rest, I think, in my opinion. He drove a pretty good race, and considering he's on his debut, he does have a chance to be on the podium. It's insane to think about. So, and it's great seeing the new talent into the league. So I think, so far, Pavelli. Oh no! Willy Billy had a spin. Oh, and that's Connor passed.
Oh.
Now Willy Billy is
It
raged.
should be close. Yeah.
That's gonna be close for these two drivers. Are we going to have a move into
No, it's not close enough. It's not close enough.
Bud Light might get past Methuen as they go onto the straight. Yeah, he has a pretty faster line through there. He's side by side with the Haas car.
Tactical, because they're the lead in the Grand Prix.
What happened to Leon?
Pavelli's past Leon.
What did
Pavelli
Leon
win
do?
it. Tactical is a penalty. I don't know. The Mercedes is right behind the Williams.
And it's a last lap.
And because of the Williams penalty, it can round the final.
Pavelli is your race winner.
Pavelli.
What happened to Leon?
Mercedes 2. It's a Mercedes 1-2 because the penalty.
I can't believe this.
He stays ahead of Willy Bill.
A last lap incident.
I do not know what's happened at the end there.
I have
All
no
of a sudden,
idea.
out of nowhere is...
Oh no! Bud Light slammed into the
No clue
wall
what's
around
happened
the
then.
last corner. Nearly lost his wing, but he did finish the race. I can't believe this on the last lap. Leon bottled it.
I haven't got a clue what's happening.
Leon bottled it on the last lap. No. Croaky
I have
Bicycle
no
is the
clue
driver of
what's
the day. No. Pavelli's my driver of the day. That is what on earth just happened. I can't believe my eyes. And on his debut for Mercedes and for the league,
Both debuts. It's a debut for
he,
Mercedes TP. And both drivers. They got a 1-2. Oh, Leon got a punch.
oh no.
Oh, no.
We did
thought
speculate
his tyres
actually
be
that his
okay.
tires would be a bit dead towards the end.
Yeah. Well, I thought they'd be okay because Matthew did longer than that.
Wow. So I don't know if you guys saw our press release on the socials, but these guys are coming from VF1, which is a very, very prestigious league, and the two that is a Scandinavian flag, yes. Like one of the Scandinavian
wonder.
countries. Pavelli's.
The T2 is from Finland, I think.
Yeah, it is
No,
Scandinavian.
they're Finnish.
Yeah, the two.
They're not Finnish, but yeah.
The flying Finns.
I think that's Finland. I'm gonna have to Google it now.
Finland.
Yeah, it is. There you go.
The two Finnish drivers on their debut for the team and the team principal's debut get P1 and 2 after a last lap incident. Then the Dutchman of Tactical Orca also on his debut. We've got 3 debutants on the podium. UOPL Leon, the Sweden, had a puncture on the last lap. Then it's Croaky Bicycle, C. McGee, Willy Billy, Hallebong, Bud Light, Methuen, and then all of the British drivers at their home race were out of the top 10. So that's P11 and Croatia for J. P12, Trogo P13, last weekend's winner, and Skullboy P14, Stan Schlotters P15, and the Canadian of Jacob, the DNF. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to interviews then, but wow, I have no idea what just transpired.
That was crazy.
That was a crazy
I mean,
few
Leon
laps.
clearly couldn't do a Hamilton and take it to the line of the puncher.
Oh, I'm very sad for them. All right, but we'll see if we can get drivers in here quickly. We'll ask the league director to get his ass here. Did you see Discord has a new feature where you can play video games together?
Mm.
Do you want to try it when we're done? We can play poker.
No, I've got 5%.
A party.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're just
So, yeah,
waiting for the race winners to get here so that we can award them with a whatchamacallit.
Can you drag me to the interview?
I'll drag you. I can't drag you to the interview room.
Yeah, I think.
I can't do that anymore
Why not?
because my permissions are gone.
Hemray, why have you done this?
Alrighty tighty. So we're just waiting on the guys to join, so that we can get these interviews underway. Hopefully, we can get that sorted. So yeah, so a pretty spectacular race at the end of the day. Pretty happy with how that turned out. To be quite frank with you, great stuff. Great stuff. Yeah, we can't wait too long. If we don't get the drivers here by 5 past, and I think we will conclude it then for the evening. What an exciting British Grand Prix for Mercedes as well.
Britain always delivers last lap entertainment. He wasn't here
Yeah, I wasn't here
last
last
year, but we
week.
had something.
Can't
No,
wait to see.
instantly in the last year, now we have this year. So there's always something going on again.
Yeah, the
Oh,
British Grand
we-
Prix is consistent.
We're in the wrong interview.
Is there other interview room?
They're all waiting in the correct interview.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at my phone, so I can't read my computer.
Hello, gamers. Okay, so we'll kick off with the interviews. We'll start with you, Tactical Orca. Debut podium. It's great, isn't it?
What do you say?
I said debut podium. Isn't it great?
Yeah. Yeah, and it was my first league race with no assist.
Oh, so your first league race.
With no assist. There's no racing line, no ABS or something else.
I would like to say I can't wait to see you in the future then. If this was your first time, I can't wait to see what you can do with a bit of practice. With the penalties, do you think as though it could have you could have done better without the penalties, or the penalties just it is what it is type of situation?
Yeah, it was my fault. Penalty. It's track limits.
These track limits, was it around Maggots and Beckett's, or where was it around about?
Everywhere on the track.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think I have one or two track limits by Max and Beckett, and yeah, and out props 1 or 2, I think. Yeah.
okay, well, thank you so much. I can't wait to see you next race. I think it said Belgium. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Well,
said
that's what
Belgium.
Connor said.
Yeah. It's a Belgium. I can't wait to see you there. Best of luck. Keep practicing. I want to see you on the top step
Thanks.
next race.
Thanks. Next week. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so I don't see the P2 driver here, but we are set with your race winner on his debut race, Pavelli. How do you pronounce your name? Please assist me.
Oh, Paveri.
Hey, come again?
Paveri.
Pavelli.
Good enough.
No, okay.
Pavelli. Pavelli.
Pavelli.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
Oh, Belly. Okay. I mean, at some point we were just going to call you Pavel, but it's fine. Pavel.
No,
Yeah, we had no idea. But the Flying Fin, how does it feel to win your first race on debut?
it's great. I mean, my teammate did a great job as well, keeping up his C Maggie. Yeah, it just came together.
Do you feel as though you had the safety car on your side when other drivers boxed and then had to finish the race, like UPRL Leon, which had a tire failure at the end?
Yeah, definitely. He also punched up the field between my teammate and myself because I didn't have DRS on my teammate, so that helped as well.
Do you think as though you can carry this momentum into the next race, or was this more of a one-off thing?
I think I definitely can because I'm very good at Belgium, so I'd rather win there as well.
Okay, I can't wait to see more battles between you and the new debutants. And I heard that you came from VF1.
Yes.
Okay, very prestigious league, and thank you so much for choosing Global Racing League as well. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the race win, and go celebrate.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thanks so much.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. So, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have the second place driver here. So I think we can conclude it there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here and listening to my wheezy voice. Thank you for me irritating you.
Strepsil.
Hey?
Thank
Go
you,
get a
guys.
Strepsil.
Yes, my voice
No.
is stressed.
He's not allowed. No, oh my god, this guy.
What happened now? I didn't hear a thing.
Do you not know what a strep is? It's a tablet, it's not like your voice being.
Anyway, I'll learn.
It's like.
A Strepsil!
What's a strepsil? I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, a Strepsil. You suck it and it makes your throat better.
Oh, olds.
Yeah.
A lozenge. Why didn't you just say a lozenge?
It's a Strepsil.
Don't just say a lozenge. Anyway.
Oh my lord. Okay, say goodbye and end the stream because it's descending into chaos.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I've been your commentator for today, and I was joined by Owen.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys at the next race in Belgium.